Well. What do we have here? A translocator in our base. Under our base, frankly. This is amazing. Need to mark these exact coordinates. Where is this, under like one of the greenhouses or something? Now, I have decided that for this world, I'd like to name the translocators like actual names. Each name will be, we'll start with A, so we'll figure out a name that starts with the A to name this translocator. And the next one will be B, and etc, etc. Just to make it a little easier when talking about them, I'm also hoping to find more translocators than I did in my previous world in this one, because starting earlier, for one. So we might have to loop around the alphabet. I think having a name for each translocator will be helpful. So I'll start thinking of translocator name ideas. We can name it Alice, like Alice in Wonderland or something. It could be an actual name. We can call it apples. Just anything that starts with A. And then I'm just taking notes of the coordinates so that I can make a water vader. But anyway, so how did I come across this translocator? Well, I'm searching for halite. I decided I'm wanting to search for halite. So I had a branch mine going, and I stumbled across this big cave. Shouldn't be coming down here. I'm not really equipped to be down here. I really need iron armor, and so I did actually look at these guys. These are like tier 2s. I did actually start working on some iron armor, but then the winds died down, so I had to stop. But yeah, so I don't have iron armor right now. I have a few iron plates to start making chain. I'm going to make some iron chain armor, and that'll help us feel more comfortable diving into these caves. Oh, there's some more graphite. Might die again. But this is where I kind of entered, over here. And so this is the line that I've been looking for halite in. So I just dug where sedimentary and the igneous rock meet. And so I just dig a straight line going down as the rock types go down. And then I've doubled back and I've started making pokey holes every 2 blocks. And this is how I stumbled across this cave. So I'm just going to kind of keep doing that. I think there's more to explore in here. So once we do get the iron armor, and I do need to hop out my temporal stability's sake. Once we do get iron armor, iron chain armor, I'll come back and feel a little more confident about exploring that cave. But hopefully we can find some more caves. Hopefully those caves lead to halite. We look at the map, you can see that just have orange pore readings. Every time I have found halite, it has been near a pore reading. Okay, not my last world, but the world before that, I had green dots for halite. I mined everywhere for there, and I finally found it because I was chasing a bowthorn down a cave and just happened upon it, and it was right under where I had prospected, and it said poor. I don't so for halite, I don't 100% go off those readings there. I'm willing to look in poor areas for halite. We'll see if we find anything. All right, so this is actually the chicken coop. I didn't want to put the entrance to the water by the chicken coop because it was just too close and it was going to mess with some of the ideas I have for the coop. So what I did was I went to, oh my god, I went to storage and I And I've just made a little tunnel so we can get to this translocator from our storage room. We're going to go ahead and activate this translocator and see where it goes. Right? You ready? First translocator of this world. Let's see. All right. Negative 6,000? Holy moly. Wow. That's really far north. It's like what? North, mostly east. North, but mostly east. Wow. No, sorry, not east, west. Got it mixed up. All right. We've got water coming in. Nothing. Get rid of that. Except going, look, copper. That's nice. Oh, danger. There's some danger here for sure. Definitely feeling vulnerable in my only leather armor. Let's clean some of this stuff up. Now that I've got this cleaned up, I'm gonna go ahead and mark this. Got this marked. Wood. Looks like the, well, it actually looks better there, but green looks a little bit better over on this side. I'm gonna go here and look how low we are. We're down at 38. Crap. Hey, I'm not gonna even try to get to like find a way out through the caves. We don't have very good armor, and we're so low down. We're in the 30s and 40s, right? It's gonna take a long time to try to get out just by looking through the caves. So what I'm gonna do is just dig a spiral staircase upwards as much as I can. I am worried about hitting cave spot. If we do, we'll just have to really run through. Once we get to the surface, we do need to get some dirt because when I was digging that little bit for the water, noticed that, you know, there's some exposed cave and we don't really want that in our water elevator. We want it to be a straight shot for safety. Hey, bismuth! I've actually been meaning to go mine some bismuth for some lanterns. So this is a nice little surprise. Looks like we've got some good copper readings. There's some very good copper. We did spot a little bit of copper when we came out of the translocator, so there might be some copper just right there. Really nice. I'm already running low on copper again. You just always need copper. Ooh, you need some dirt, so I'm gonna throw something. Let's get rid of this guy first. Whoa, look at that ruin. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. First this, and then trader. All right, we need to talk about traders and translocators in just a second. Okay, before we dig down that way, I want to do two things. First is we're gonna go check out this trader. I want to talk a little bit about traders and translocators. In our last world, we noticed a trend of translocators spawning near traders, and it does seem, oh, I'll leave the door open so you can go down there. This looks like a furniture trader. We did find that there is some correlation between the spawn mechanics of traders and translocators, which is why you see them close together sometimes. In our case, a lot of times, for the last world. So when we're looking for translocators, we can start by looking around where we have our traders. If we see a trader, we can say, hey, there's a good chance that there's a translocator around here. So we can check around in the caves and stuff. So it does, and I was wondering if the pattern would hold true in the new update, and it does kind of look like that because we found our first translocator right under our base, and also inside of our base we have Blythe the treasure trader. That's close to it. And then we just found a trader as soon as we came up from the translocator where it took us. That's really cool. That bodes well for the trader translocator correlation in this new update. But we do need more data points. I'm not gonna base everything off of one translocator so far. Need to find some more, and if we find more close to traders, then we can, you know, like, hey, there's looks like there's a good trend between traders and translocators. But for right now, my main goal is, I need some dirt. I need to get some dirt, and then we're going to dig this water elevator to get this hooked up. And now we have a translocator that heads north, which we don't have any story point locations that are up here right now. Our only story point location right now is to the south of our base, but we can like explore up here and see if there are new, check for runes. Maybe we can find a better place for blue clay, because we can find a lot of good blue clay places around our base. So lots of stuff we can use this translocator for. Had some good wins. I decided to process a bunch of iron plates. These are going to be mainly for our iron chain armor. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then probably also make some more arrows, because I've got 11 arrows right now. It does feel good to have a healthy stock of not only iron ingots, but also iron plates. Because it is very annoying to make iron plates without the health hammer. With the health hammer, it's not too bad. With the you can get in a little cozy spot, your coffee or your tea, your water, whatever. Turn on a VOD, watching another Gemini Tay VOD. And just chill out and listen to the nice rhythmic beats of the hellhammer as it makes plates for you. So I'm going to focus on getting the chain armor smithed and set up. I'm going to use this leather armor for it. You need to put it on leather. I believe you can use the leather armor. Hold on, let me double check. Oh, actually, I think I need to do a different thing. I need body leather jerkin. This is not a jerkin, this is leather body armor. Okay, so I do need to probably store this somewhere. I'm going to store it for the museum for posterity's sake, but I'll probably never wear it again. I did keep it in my last playthrough because, like, I'll definitely wear the leather armor again. But no, once I go to chain, I'm not coming back. It's so much better than the leather. But you see, with the iron plates, making chain armor is very easy. You're just knocking out a few blocks. So if you are making chain armor, I do highly recommend. Oops, I did mess that one up a little bit, but that's okay. So what we can do, go boop, and gotta boop it around. Down. Perfect. Like nothing happened. Like nothing ever happened. This is also my preferred way to make arrow tips. It's just so much easier to do it from plates. All right, let's get this chain armor. Do have the chain armor done. I've got 45 arrowheads, so that's very good. But I did have one iron plate where I messed up in selecting the chain armor. I accidentally clicked iron knife blade, which you definitely don't need 2 iron ingots to craft an iron knife blade. So I wanted to show this in case people weren't aware. If you do mess up, don't finish working the item. Just you select the wrong thing, just stop, set it to the side, and then you can use a chisel to get the iron bits back. So this would get, it only gets one iron ingot back, but you're getting half of it back. If you do if you do this for an iron ingot, so you accidentally click the wrong thing, you still get 20 back. So you get the full back for an ingot, but it looks like you only get half back for a plate. So now I do want to fix this arm up a little bit. Nice. Look at that. And now we will jingle a little bit when we walk. So the small hides I want to turn into parchment. Large hides we can, oops, go ahead and start processing those. I did also make 3 extra pieces of, let's stack these. 3 extra pieces of iron chain to repair our armor as needed. Just slowly making parchment for all of our storage needs and the iron bits. Sounds good. Now we can explore that cave a little bit more, see if we find anything else interesting. Check this out. The glowworms with the lava and the salt pepper looks really cool. But also, I've found another translocator. So this is great. It is in a bit of a precarious place. There's a lot of bad monsters down here and a lot of lava. Oh my god. See? Look at this. Not good. I do need to see if I can lure them back out. I don't really have any dirt on me. I just have paths because I was just gonna work on the southern path, and then since I've got the steel chain armor, I've been more brave about caving. And mark this. This is gonna be Translocators B. I am gonna need to hop out because I'm low on food. I wasn't really planning to be caving. I didn't bring a lot of great food. Remember how I got down here. I think destruction. But I did find a ruin that's got a lot of good lore stuff in it. So I've got some, nope, definitely not destruction. So I've got some lore stuff I need to bring back. I got a full tapestry. That's very nice. But this is an extension of that cave that remember that cave we found earlier where there was sulfur and lava? This is an extension of that cave. I just didn't explore it further because I didn't have that great armor at the time. But now we've got better armor. The sulfur, which means I think the road should be nearby. Hopefully it is. Get back quickly. And I guess I should oh my god, look at all this brown coal. Mark this. I'm dying, but I'm gonna mark the brown coal. But yeah, I need to make some pies so that I can explore for longer. I might just dig up and out pretty close to the surface at 90. Yeah, I'm just gonna dig up and out. And then hit back on the road, go home for food. And I don't want to keep exploring these caves that are around here that we haven't really been able to explore before. Oh, we should probably go ahead and bring back... Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Probably go ahead and bring back stuff to get the translocator up and running. Hey, there's the road. Okay, now if we die, at least we're on the road, and so it'll be easy to come get our stuff back. But I'm just going to briefly show it real quick because we are against the clock. I did discover that there are 2 different types of lanterns now. So previously there was just one type of lantern and it looked like the lantern that's in my inventory, big and square. That's now called a large lantern, and you can still make those. You just have to use nails as well. So it's plates and nails to make the large lanterns. They do have more light. They do give off more light. So I might start making a few of those as well. The one that I found is actually a gold lantern. Might make a few large lanterns to help. Ooh, is that food? That looks like food. Yay! We might actually make it back to base. What was I saying? I might make a few of the large lanterns to help light base up a little bit better. A little bit faster. I have started digging into some of the reserves for winter because I feel like we are, even though the icon under November is a little leaf indicating fall, I feel like we are technically at this point. Just because the harder to find animals going around, like the fish aren't really out anymore. You can't really make as much food we could previously. I'm gonna put this over here. Yeah, look at that. Is that a seraph? That okay, so from my last playthrough, and I don't want to give too much away right now, I do know there's a flying thing as part of the story. However, this doesn't look like that. This looks like a moth. Look at those antlers. Like, not antlers. The antenna. The antenna. It looks more moth-like than anything. Okay, so this is the tapestry that we got. It's called Holy. They worshipped him as a savior. He wanted none of it. Imagine the weight of all humanity upon your shoulders. How could anyone withstand such a thing? Interesting. Look, we have a corner of salvation. Look, are those moths? I need more. I need more lore. We need to start piecing this all together. But we've got another with some blackguard body armor on there. I do want to collect that. And then here's the large gold lantern. I am going to switch out because this copper lantern has a light level of 18. This one's got a light level of 20. Let's hang this up somewhere. I think I'm going to put it in the goat. There we go. You light that up a little bit. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Something that I normally do for translocators is I go ahead and mark the down path. I did not mark a down path for it. We gotta be careful that we don't dig down into lava. They're starting to collect a nice little bit of ears, of rusty ears. Oh, I heard a baby snort. Oh, good. We've got little baby goats. Oh, yay. Ow. All right, so I'm keeping... So this one came in here, and I decided to close the gate, because this is a Gen 0 female. And as long as we get at least one female baby goat of a higher generation, that one's probably gonna process. What are you? You're female. See, all right, so there's a female Gen 2. So yes, that adult that's in the pen after she gives birth is going to be processed. Just the way it goes. All right, how are we gonna do this? Am I gonna find my way back down to the translocator, or should I start digging? And if I start digging, I gotta be careful that I'm not on whatever side the lava's on. Right? So what I might do is just go like one block away from whatever I mark the translocator as, because normally I try to make the up-down spot like right outside of the translocator room, but this up down spot might need to be inside the translocator room just so that I don't accidentally hit lava. Okay, so we're here. It would be nice to do it off of the road. We're just gonna go down here. And this is a situation that I know is going to be dangerous. So as I'm going down, I am 100% going to be doing what I call fluttering as I'm going down. So I'm pressing space a bunch. So I'm not standing on the bottom block that I'm mining out. Because I know there's lava. I know there's big caves like that. I don't want to fall like that, all right? We're gonna try to be very careful about this. I only have oh my god. I only have a little bit of dirt. I don't have enough dirt to fully deal with this the way I want to deal with it. Don't kill me, bro. Please. Please, don't kill me. Alright, let's see if we can get the dirt out. And keep going down. You saw how I was able to more easily control my descent by doing that, even though the ground came out from beneath me. So if ever you're concerned about about falling through, definitely something to do when you're doing that. Ooh, okay, and oh my god, that's so perfect. Look at that. So we're going to get that, and we're going to go in there, and then we should be able, maybe able to control the water back in there. Beautiful. Look at that. That's so great. Okay, but that's not good. I'm gonna try to do this as quickly as possible. All right. Oh, it's still calculating. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Second translocator. All right. It's not too far away. Yeah, it just took us north a bit. Yeah, kind of like on the trail to that one. This looks like it could be interesting. It might be a ruin. Could be nothing. It could just be weird terrain. Oh, looks like a ruin. Oh, and we're not that far from the surface. Look, we're at 94. All right, I've got my down spot marked. Let's just pop out here and see if we can get out easily. But I am going to also quick prospect. Wrong mode. Wrong mode. Okay, so some iron could be around here. This is the wrong direction to get up and out, but now that we've got the armor, I'm like, ooh, let's go exploring. What this is for. Not the purpose of this mission right now. Dang, we're a little bit lower than I thought we were then. There we go. All right. If there's Pediorite sand here, this is going to be fantastic because I have been looking for Pediorite sand to make some green dab and wattle. Oh man, really seeing sand. All right, we need to clear some of you guys out. I need to find that Bowtorn. Looks like you've got a high ground advantage. Oh look, it is a trader. All right, so this is a translocator near a trader. Survival. Ooh, I don't think we don't have a survival one yet. What is your name? All right, so this one is near a trader. Is the one we left from. I don't have a trader marked. Maybe we should look around to see if there's a trader. I'm not seeing anything that would indicate a trader on the map, but I don't know what like the tree ones look like on a map. Maybe that one. Next thing we need to do is get to our down spot. I hear a drifter throwing stuff at me, but we're going down. So here I'm less worried about falling into a deep cave, so I'm not doing the fluttering this time. I'm just standing and letting it go down because I know it's going to be at like 92. We're pretty close to it. Less likely of a chance for a big cave for me to fall into. All right. Yeah, head back to base to drop off a bunch of stuff again. And then hopefully I can finally work on this road. I keep getting distracted. Oh, and we do have some more dirt to fix up this upstream a little bit if we need to. Like here? Oops, no, not that. That. Ooh. I want to do like this. Right? This? Slim into a corner. I would like to do the other sides as well, but I don't think I have enough dirt for that. Definitely don't have enough food. So let's get back. Probably pick up some more dirt. Try to do something about this road that I've been trying to work on for a while. I've started outlining where the museum is going to be. There's going to be a central area, like a entrance, nice foray. We'll have probably some kind of chiseled statue in the middle or something. And then there will be 3 wings. I don't know if these are the specific ones. Maybe they will be. I'm just going to tell you the 3 wings that I have in mind. I don't know which of the 3 are going to be where. We're going to have an art wing, and that's going to have like the tapestries in it, some of the beautiful pots that you can get, and then the paintings that you can get. And then there will be a culture wing, which will have like books and scrolls and music and like lore stuff there. So some lore stuff here, some lore stuff there. And then the 3rd wing will be an armory wing. It'll have like weapons and stuff that we find in the ruins. Also, some of our old weapons and stuff, like some of the old copper stuff that we're not going to use anymore, will probably go in there. This blackguard armor. And I know there's also a forlorn armor that you can find. So that's where we'll clean it up, we'll fix it up, and then we'll put it in there. So we'll have that. But that's kind of where I'm thinking things will go. And so like this stuff would... like the ornaments would probably go in culture as well, like the jewelry and stuff. But then like these pretty vessels, this stuff, and the tapestries, these would go in art. Now they're both art and culture, but we gotta split them up somehow. So I guess visual lore and stuff can be in the art area. That makes sense. Design wise, I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Probably some kind of clay thing. Yes, most likely red clay bricks of some sort. But I do think this is going to be a good size. We'll be able to have, you know, a nice odd. There's going to be an odd number on the insides because that's just easier to decorate in these block games. Odd numbers. Be able to see stuff hang on the sides and maybe some stuff in the center that you can walk around. Maybe they go, like the halls go and lead to a larger room, and the large room like goes up or down or both. Just having a way to split it up, because it's going to be a lot of stuff that we collect, and we want to be able to view all of it and appreciate it all and like learn the lore from it. Very excited to have that started. I do think I'm probably gonna do probably tan, or yeah, I think tan is what I used last time. The ashen is what I used for the walls. You do need blue clay for the ashen, or fire clay. I don't really want to use fire clay for this, but I don't want to use blue clay for it. And the tan also requires blue clay. We just need to find so much blue clay then. Okay. Lots lots to do. Okay, so I'm doing some road work and found a cave. And this rust on the rock usually means either ruin or locusts. I would love, oh yeah, so see how there's like a green light? Green yellow light coming from, those are locusts, which is very exciting. Locust nests are is one of the ways that we can get Jonas parts, which are used for more advanced crafting things. And the best way that I have found to deal with locust nests is from above. So you can see the locusts down there. Because we've got the iron chain armor, I'm not super worried about the damage that they'll do, but it is just easier to do this because they'll just swarm you, and it takes forever to break these nests. There's no better tool to break those cloth ones. You can use a pickaxe or you can use an axe. It takes the same length of time to break them. There are metal ones, and you should definitely use a pickaxe on the metal ones. I feel like there's got to be at least one more around here somewhere. So I'm just poking around, really hoping a bowtorn doesn't come and shoot me. All right, so now they're trying to climb up the walls, which is fantastic. That one, I think that's a metal one right there. That might also be another metal one. Let's see if we can creep over. Yes, see, locust cage. So you see how they just like come out? All right, I think that's another one. See how many of them there are? It's not the damage they do, it's the sheer number. And there's one more cloth one. To head that way. I would like to start getting these guys. Now, let me see. I can't. It's not very, like that right there. I believe that's a Jonas part. You see the coppery looking thing? So I really want to get down there and get that as soon as possible. I think, yes, you can shoot them. It's just, they're so flighty. It's not always the most efficient thing to do. I'm trying to get rid of some of them so I can go down there. Like, I know there's still one more cloth. There's one more cloth one, but I really want to get that Jonas part before it despawns. Ow. Okay, now we're gonna hop down there. All right, and these metal spikes, they do damage to you. So if you can get rid of them, get rid of them. Okay, now we're gonna go get rid of that other nest. We'll check our spoils. Uh-oh. See, every time we stop mining it, we lose the progress we made. So I'm hoping I can mine it before anything else comes. See if there's anything else we need to loot. I'm just breaking these spikes. Okay, so these are these are metal parts. Okay, I thought they were Jonas parts. Dang it. Okay. The metal parts are more common. Metal parts you can kind of get from ruins and stuff. But Jonas parts do have that same look. See how these Jonas parts, they look like light iron? Or not iron, light copper. These are the kinds of things that we're looking for. If there's anything else, sometimes there's just, sometimes there's a second set of locust nests, but oh, I bet that's a translocator because of the crates. It is. Oh my goodness. We are just finding them left, right, and center now. This is great. Translocators are great to find because they can help you find new places, find new resources. I don't have a trader mark. Oh, I do have a trader mark near here. Look at that. Too far away. All right, we're still checking out to see if see how close those are. Man, I'm supposed to be doing road work. Now I'm in here collecting all this stuff. Let's check out this other ruin quick. Oh, look, a Jonas part. So you can find them in ruins sometimes, which is great. So we have a Jonas part, a dual valence emanator. What do we use this for? You can use it for the night vision mask, a resonator, or base return teleporter. So I'm less interested in making a resonator for two reasons. One, what a resonator does is it plays music when you have tuning cylinders. And two, you can just kind of sometimes buy them straight up without having to craft them. So I would rather purchase it than have to craft it with the limited Jonas parts that we have. Now what? Now do I go back to get stuff for the translocator? Or do I keep going on my road? My inventory is so full at this point. Oh geez. There's just too much to do. Oh, I know one thing I can go ahead and do is I can put 2 of these metal parts on the translocator. It does take 2 metal parts and 3 temporal gears to fix the translocator, so we'll just go ahead and put some metal parts in there. So we don't have to bring them whenever we decide to come back out to activate that. Okay, so up there's where I came from. We're just gonna... Oh, look, another ruin! What is this? Owl Age treasure chest used for storage. It doesn't say that it'll break. Okay. Look, I got it. Okay. That's tool. I always want this. Okay, hold on. We gotta throw some stuff away. Inventory's too full. Always want to get those. Ow. Ow. I'm not gonna break the tool one. Not sure there's really anything that I can get from it that I would really need. I'd rather restore it and then take it to a trader. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so there's a bell down here. Alright, so what a bell does is it makes a lot of noise, and that noise attracts high-level enemies. I don't have any healing items on me right now. I'm not really prepared. What I can try to do, so from a distance, try to take it out. Oh man. No, 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 no. Alright. Nope, we gotta get out. We gotta get out. There's too many. There's too many. There's too many. There's too many. Okay? It's too much. What if I got above it? I got a... Oh my god. Ow. No, I don't have healing. I need to leave. I need to leave. That's such a bad idea. Okay. We can come back and it'll probably still be there at some point later. Tier 3s, I feel like I'm not really prepared for that. I'm gonna die. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Yeah, there it goes. Here's the cave that I went down in. It shouldn't be too... Yeah, it's just right there. We were so close. If I had dirt in my hotbar, I could have pillared up. Been fine. Before I fix my hotbar, let me just get safety. You're safe once more. So, yeah. Oh, we did... Yeah, we did find that Jonas part. That's great. Unfortunately, my inventory is... I mean, it's full. I don't have room. This is really making me want to move up to hill, so we can get some sturdy leather to increase our inventory a little bit. Can't click all these buttons. Which is kind of why I was working on this eastern road, because this is where we have some ilmenite readings, and so I just wanted it to be, an easier way to get over here. So steel might be a thing happening soon, mainly for inventory reasons, because the sturdy backpack, sturdy leather backpack, this has 8 storage slots where this has 3. It's increasing each of these by 2, comes forward, it's an extra 8 slots, right? And another thing that I really love is the sturdy mining bag. And so this has 14 slots, but you can only put like ores and stones in it. That's honestly what a lot of what clutters my inventory. All these stones in here are cluttering it. This ore would be able to go in there. That's cluttering it. My ideal or my typical loadout, I guess late game loadout, is 3 sturdy leather backpacks and 1 mining backpack. And that will switch based on what I'm doing. Whenever I go to do story stuff, I usually will switch out that mining backpack for a normal sturdy backpack, because the normal sturdy backpack can handle a variety of stuff. If I'm going to build a road and I know maybe digging through a big mountain, I'm putting 2 sturdy backpacks on, okay? So I do kind of play around between the sturdy backpacks and the mining backpacks. I mean, it's really nice to be able to interchange your storage, the storage that you have, based on what your tasks are going to be. And so why do we need titanium for that? Great question. We need titanium because we need steel. Do we? Wait, hold on. Do we need titanium? Yeah, actually the answer, I think, is no. We don't need titanium. We could move into the steel era, because you can build a cementation furnace, which is what you need for steel, out of tier 2 refractory bricks, which we can already do. And then the blister steel, we do need to make an iron anvil. At least 1, honestly, probably, or make 2. Yeah, we don't need titanium for that. We could get titanium to make the tier 3 refractory bricks, which would make our beehive kiln and the cementation furnace more sturdy. So both of them more sturdy, which is good and would be a good upgrade in the future. But we could technically very easily move into steel, like now-ish. It would take some setup. We couldn't do it like today. We would probably bleed into next month, but we could set in motion the things that are needed. So the things that would be needed, one is going to be a cementation furnace, and I would probably want 2 of them. I'd probably go here, 1, 2 over here. And then we need several coke ovens, which we can make out of, what is these, fire clay bricks? Yeah, so you need those. I think, we do have black coal. I'll need to go back. I'll need to do some math, but either total of 8 or a total of 10, one of those to make. So we need the coke ovens to make the coke, put it in the cementation furnace. Technically, I don't think you need coke or the cementation furnace. It's just way more efficient. So even without the coke ovens, we could go ahead and start with 1 cementation furnace with the tier refractory bricks. But it's going to take a lot of iron because we need some iron doors. This is all the iron we have processed. I've got 30 in here and 30 here. I need to process all of those. Okay, it is doable and is probably going to happen sooner than I thought. I thought we'd be in iron until like the beginning of January or something, but that's okay. Plans change. We just gotta be okay with some changing plans. Also, real quick, because I realized I had completely forgotten about one of the wings I wanted to do. We are actually going to combine the art and culture. So it's just going to be one wing. Guess we could call it art and culture, or just culture, or lore, or whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards this being the armory on this side, straight ahead it being culture, lore stuff, and on the left, the one that I forgot about is geological stuff. So ores, rocks, cool stuff like that. I'd like to have displays for each ore. It might be cool to try to collect it in each rock type that it can be found in. Neat. Maybe neat goal there. I think that's what we're gonna go for, though, is geological, culture, lore, art stuff, and then armor. I mean, there's there's still a lot to do. I need to unload all of this and then regather my thoughts to figure out what I'm doing next, what my next steps are. Oh, look, we have a light temporal storm coming our way. What can we do during a temporal storm? What do we need done? Oh, if the winds are good, it would be fantastic to get some of the iron processed. That would be really good. I might die marking this, but I will be happy. I will die happy. My goodness. Oh man. Okay, this is if you're new to Adventure Story, this is crazy. All right, this is halite. This is salt. Salt is so hard to find because it doesn't spawn like normal ores in this game. It spawns in pillars, okay? Spawns up and down. And like once you find one thing of halite, you're set for your entire playthrough, okay? Completely honest. Here's what happened since the last clip that I recorded. I found another locust nest section. Great. Took care of it, dealt with it, whatever. That's fine. And then I kept exploring, started getting into some dangerous situations. I was like, okay, well, I need to get out. And I got lost. So I have been lost for a few minutes, just trying to escape and not die. You can see I've only got like a fourth of my health left at this point. I was just running down random paths and I stumbled into halite. Now, I mentioned in an earlier episode, it's like, oh, I'm gonna look for halite under my base because, we have some poor readings of halite near my base. Whenever I find halite, it's always where there are poor readings, not where there are high readings. Look at this. Very poor halite. Very poor halite. Very poor halite. And this is where we find it, okay? If you're getting trace amounts of halite, you could have halite in your area. Now, I'm not digging up in a very logical way right now. I should be doing my normal spiral staircase, but I'm just so excited about the halite. And then let's back it up a little bit, even more. Why do we want halite? As I mentioned, it's salt, okay? So you can use halite for cooking is one thing, but the big thing is cheese making. The goats will we will eventually be able to get milk from them. Right now, they're still like Gen 1 and 2. You might have one Gen 3 at this point. I don't know. You really can't start milking them until Gen 3. So I hadn't really been like super focused on finding halite because we don't really have a source of milk yet. But I mean, it's still good to have this. We can also use halite to do pickled vegetables. We can use it to preserve meat. So there's a lot of really good uses for halite. And then why do we want cheese? Why is cheese making important? if you look on your character, if you press C and look at your character and you've got your nutrition here, you can see I'm mostly full on vegetable, grain, and protein, which is pretty standard for your first winter. Like, usually you can't preserve enough fruit for your first winter to actually have fruit, and that's totally fine. Down here, the fifth one is dairy. So the more diverse your diet is, so the more you have in each of these options, the more health you get, the more total health you have. So it's beneficial to diversify your diet. And cheese is a lot easier to preserve than fruit. But anyway, we've got halite. All right, I think I'm getting near the top of it now because it's kind of fading out. Okay. Now I'm gonna, oh man, and look, if you look at the mini map, you can see we're in kind of a mountainous area, which probably means we're gonna have to pillar upward pretty far to or spiral staircase upwards pretty far to get out. But I'm happy. This wasn't my plan. My plan was to go get copper. We're stupid low on copper, and I want to get my storage system figured out before we really get into a lot of these other projects we're talking about. So my goal was to go get copper, and then I was like, oh, well, there's some locust nests that I'd marked. Let's just grab those, and then start running around the cave, and you get lost, and you found halite. It's definitely a game that you have to, you set a goal. You definitely should set goals, but don't be upset when your goals get deterred, when you have to switch focus to something else. Because right now, I've got no space in my inventory right now, right? I have to go back to base to drop this stuff off before I can go back out for copper. And I can't be mad about that because we found halite. I know there's more locust nests down there. I found another section of them. I just don't have the health for it. So like, I know there's more stuff for me to do down here in this cave. Don't have the inventory and I don't have the health. So we just gotta make choices, try to make smart choices, right? We don't want to keep dying over and over. So making what I'm hoping is a smart choice to return to base, to get everything settled, and then go back out on the original mission of getting copper. Now that I know kind of what's here, I can come back later better prepared for